Welcome back to the Blaze and Frank Show. This is your host, Blaze, and I'm your co-host, Frank. I was told Blaze is the star of the show, so I gotta have Blaze in the videos as much as I possibly can because Blaze is the star. I'm just here for entertainment purposes only. So guys, gotta have one of those stressful damn days at work today. And guys, let me tell you something. My job is not glamorous. It's not sexy. I'm in retail and restaurant management. And you gotta have mental toughness for this job. This job is not for the weak at heart. It's not for the weak. The shit we have to deal with on a daily basis, most people can't handle it. Most people wouldn't be able to handle it. You know how many managers I've seen come and go over my 30 years in this business? 35 years in this business. Been in management since I was 18. I'm 54 now. 37 years. I've seen so many managers come and go because they can't handle the stress. They can't handle the mental fortitude that you need to have to be a retail or a restaurant manager. The things we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, it's not for the weak at heart. It's not for the faint at heart. You got to be mentally tough. And you have to be tough. You cannot be a pushover in this business. You cannot be a pushover. Some of the things that I have to deal with, man, I got to deal with people stealing. I got to deal with HR issues. I got to deal with employees fighting with each other, employees not getting along. Got to deal with employees wanting to date each other because we can't stop two hourly employees from dating because they're not management. But every time it happens, I sit both of those individuals down and I always tell them, this is going to end badly and one of you are going to get fired. I just don't know which one yet because as soon as this goes sour, one of you is going to get fired. Blaze, calm down. One of you are going to get fired. And it's usually the guy. Because if the girl breaks it off, the guy is butthurt, then he comes to work treating her like crap, being mean, start bullying, and things of that nature, won't leave her alone, then the guy ends up getting fired. Man, there's so much shit I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And today I just happen to have one of those issues today. Blaze, want a treat? Yeah. You know, and then for some reason, sometimes you have employees that when they have personal problems, those personal problems become my problem. What they're going through becomes my problem. That's one thing I hate about this business. It's because we run a type of business to where we try to work with everybody. We try to be flexible. We try to be understanding. We try to be sympathetic. Try to work with people when they're having issues. But then I tell you, in the end, we end up getting screwed. We end up getting screwed in the end all the time. That's just how it is. And guys, don't take this the wrong way. It's like, I'm not bashing my job. It's just the things that I have to put up with on the job. And it's mostly, the job is easy. The job is a cakewalk. It's just dealing with the people, the customers, and all the employees with all the different attitudes, all the different personalities. You know, each one of them wants something from you that needs to accommodate them, but they don't care about everybody else. It's just nerve-wracking sometimes. Like I said, you gotta have You got to be mentally tough in this business. You have to be mentally tough. I've seen so many managers come and go in this business. So many managers come and go. I usually can tell within an individual's management, I usually can tell within the first 2 or 3 months if they're going to last or not. I usually can tell. And usually I can call it. And usually I'm right. I'm right. I can know their background, their management background, what they've dealt with in the past, and I can say, you know what, this person's going to last 6 months, this person's going to last a year. I've had some people get out of training and didn't even last 4 months, 3-4 months out of training. Because I'm telling you guys, it's like, this business is rough on people. This is why when I was coming up through the system, a lot of individuals that I started out with in this business left this business because they just couldn't handle the job from a mental standpoint. And it was always from a mental standpoint. You know, in restaurants, you open 7 days a week, you open late, weekends, holidays, most restaurants. And a lot of people couldn't deal with that. But now after all these years, I get paid well for what I do. But it didn't come easy. It didn't come easy. And I'm glad I stuck with it because I always felt that I was mentally strong. And I had mental toughness and I can always handle it. And for the most part, I've always have. Sometimes I have stressful days. I haven't had a stressful day like this in a long time. But it was all employee related, dealing with employee issues. And actually, and some of the guys weren't even work related. It's just things just going on in their lives outside of work that's affecting work. Oh, man. And again, you try to be understanding, you try to have a heart, try to be empathetic, have empathy. But then the needs of the business has to also be important because that's important to me. And that's my number one concern is the business because I have to run this business, Blaze. Because I have to run this business. And so sometimes I can separate the two. You know, I can separate my heart, my empathy from the business. I can separate the two. I got no issue with that because I know how I got to put the needs of the business first, but also show empathy to my employee, you know. But I only can work with you for so long if you're going through some things because the business, I have to run a business. Just like if I was going through things, my boss is going to say, hey, he's going to work with me for a little bit, but then he's going to say, you know what? I have to put a manager in here that I know can be here and going to be in the right frame of mind while he's here to run the business. Yeah, it was just one of those days. But like I said, the job is easy. Sometimes it's just dealing with some difficult employee issues. That sometimes can get you down, get your mood down, get you stressed out, and test your mental fortitude. So guys, I just want to get this off my chest real quick. Talk to my YouTube family. Please remember to like the video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, Frank and Blaze, we out of here.